Hello everybody, hope you're having a fantastic day today. Thank you so much for checking out the video. Today, just want to go over some new 4-star legendary mods that have been added to the public test server. These are not in-game, but hopefully they're coming soon, along with some other stuff here. Let's get into it here. Okay, so let's start with Ruiners. Single-shot weapons have a 5% chance to deal an additional 500 damage for every 5 luck. We have Satiated, hunger and thirst fill with each kill. That's definitely an interesting one. And Sightseers, 50% range of damage when aiming down sights. Another good one. We have Crusaders, 1 special point for each equipped armor piece, up to +5 on a full stack. I feel like this could be a full health type of thing to be using rather than Overeaters now. You know, I know it's not +3 like Unyielding, but still very cool. Looking forward to that one. I may be using that one. Metabolic, all chem serums, bobbleheads, and magazine buffs last 5% longer, up to 25% on a full stack. Rebounders, return 10% of ballistic and explosive damage received from an enemy target back towards him, up to 50% on a full stack. Now on to Power Armor. Crusaders, we already went over that one. Metabolic, we already went over that one. Overloaders, 10% chance to trigger an EMP pulse when hit, up to 50% on a full stack, dealing 50 energy damage to nearby enemies for 5 seconds. Now, I think that was the only difference here for Power Armor compared to regular armor here. I'm still, trying to remember all of these myself. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for the Power Armor here. Propelling, I think, is already in there. Movement speed, yes, I remember that one as well. Radioactive powered, Rangers, Reflective Rejuvenators, Runners, Sawbones, Scanners is all in there. Stagger Proof, this is a new one. 50% chance to not stagger from any damage types, up to 80% on a full stack. So, definitely some interesting ones here. Oh, Voltaic, another one we got here. Sprinting builds up a charge and releases an EMP shockwave when you stop that stuns and deals energy damage to nearby enemies. So another interesting effect here. Definitely gotta give these a try, I'm sure they're gonna change a little bit as well, but yeah, nice to see some new effects here. We have another one here as well for melee weapons called Brutalis. Each kill gives +1 strength for 5 minutes, max 10. So if you didn't know, the higher your strength or the more strength you have, the more damage you will do with the melee weapon. So that is definitely a significant mod there for sure, and I think that is it for melee weapons other than Satiated, which we already went through. And I think that's it for legendary mods. I just want to talk about the new building menu here, guys. This is awesome. This is so much better organized, I think. I didn't notice a search bar. I could have been wrong. I would still like to see that if we can. Of course, this is just in the public test server, so if you are on PC, you're able to check out all this stuff for yourself. If you're on console like myself, then you're not going to be able to. So just throwing that out there. If you're on PC, you can hop on here and check this out for yourself. You'll just have to download the PTS application, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, you'll be good to check this stuff out. But for sure, this build menu just seems so much better. I actually like it off to the left here rather than up at the top. The budget thing at the top there is really nice. And it's just, like I said, a lot better organized. I feel like we're going to be able to find stuff a lot easier here. Would have liked to try this on my PlayStation character, though. I do have a lot more stuff. And just to talk about some additional storage there as well, there is a medics, or what looks to be like a medic storage thing now, quite like the ammo box and the junk box, but for chems now. I can't say for sure because it didn't really have it placeable at our camp, but I am going to show you footage here. They are out in the open world at some spots where ammo containers and stash boxes and junk boxes are. Not at the train stations. I couldn't find one specifically. I did find one at the trade post here. I will show in a second. Just wanted to go through the build menu here just to give you guys a good look at it. And yes, as you can see here, they're not giving us access to this additional storage box yet. But from the footage that I'm about to show you right here, this is the Chem Box, I think it's called, just to show where I found it was at the trading post. I know there's one at Nuka World as well. There's probably some in some other spots as well, but the aid storage. And as you can see, you can pretty much put most aid stuff in here. I don't know what I couldn't put in here. I could put stim packs in here, carry weight booster, berry mentats, so it's going to be nice to be able to build all this stuff up. And unfortunately, I'm sure this is only going to be for Fallout First, but quite the nice addition, you know, gives that, you know, $20 a month a little bit more worth. And yeah, we've been calling for this for a while, so very happy, and hopefully this comes in the next update with the next season, along with all these legendary mods as well. You know, the more the merrier. I'm all for this stuff, and even, you know, if we can change it for the better still before it comes out would be awesome. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. A lot of testing to do here. I'll get back with you with some more videos. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening.